The Better Sister, reaches a pivotal turning point in its 5th episode as the series dives deeper into the complex web of lies that bind the Taylor-McIntosh family together. This explosive installment not only gives us illuminating glimpses into Nicky and Adam's past relationship, but ends with a courtroom bombshell that fundamentally changes our understanding of Ethan's potential involvement in his father's murder. While Chloe receives a tantalizing lead suggesting Adam may have been killed because of his professional work, the episode concludes with damning evidence that her son harbored violent thoughts toward his father long before the fateful night of his death. The episode opens with a touching glimpse into the past relationship between Nicky and Adam. In a small-town diner, we see a younger Nicky working as a waitress while Adam studies law books at the counter. Their dynamic is sweet and supportive. Nicky proudly tells customers that Adam is gonna be a big-time lawyer, while they share tender moments away from the busy world. This flashback serves as a stark contrast to the fractured relationships of the present day, reminding viewers that before Adam became Chloe's husband, he and Nicky shared genuine affection and dreams of building a future together. The scene establishes that Adam's ambition was present from the beginning, but so was Nicky's support of it, a reminder that the sisters' complicated relationship with Adam has deep roots. In the present, Nicky is struggling with ghostly visions of both her dead ex-husband Adam and her father, who passed away 5 years earlier. We find her in a dive bar having a deeply philosophical conversation with a stranger about forgiveness and making peace with terrible things you've done. "How do you make peace with all the terrible things you've done?" Nicky asks, suggesting she carries significant guilt about events in her past. The bartender offers wisdom that becomes a theme for the episode. "You bear the burden of your choices, and you move on because sitting still will kill you." This exchange hints at Nicky's internal conflict. She's haunted by past actions but trying to move forward, particularly in her relationship with Ethan and Chloe. One of the episode's most significant revelations comes when Chloe visits Ethan in juvenile detention. During their conversation, Ethan casually mentions that he's been in contact with Nicky for years through a secret flip phone she gave him at their grandfather's funeral 5 years ago. This disclosure shatters Chloe's already fragile trust in her sister. "You taught Ethan to lie to me," Chloe later confronts Nicky, seeing this secret communication as another betrayal in a long history of them. The discovery that Ethan and Nicky maintained a relationship behind her back forces Chloe to question what else she doesn't know about her son's private life, foreshadowing the episode's shocking conclusion. Meanwhile, Detective Gentry continues investigating the threatening messages posted online against Chloe. The detective's persistence suggests these threats might connect to Adam's murder, though her superiors seem more focused on building a case against Ethan. The investigation adds another layer of mystery to the already complex narrative, with Gentry appearing increasingly convinced that there's more to Adam's death than a straightforward case of patricide. When Dee from tech support mentions that the messages originated from a computer at the real thing, Chloe's workplace, it raises questions about who might have accessed that computer, and why they would target Chloe. In a pivotal scene, Chloe meets with FBI agent Edward Olivero regarding Adam's mysterious work connections. Their conversation strongly implies that Adam was collaborating with federal authorities on something involving the Gentry group, a case that may have put him in danger. "I can confirm that he is dead because of it. Because of his work with you," Chloe boldly declares to the agent. Though Olivero maintains typical FBI discretion during their official meeting, he pulls Chloe aside afterward with an intriguing proposition. "Get into his office files and ping me if you find something. We need intel on the Gentry group." This clandestine exchange suggests Adam's murder might be connected to professional retaliation rather than family drama, a potentially game-changing development in Ethan's case. Parallel to this conspiracy thread, the sisters' strained relationship faces further challenges when Chloe confronts Nicky about giving Ethan the secret phone. "You're just nothing without this constant drama," Chloe lashes out, calling her sister a fucking empty hole. Nicky's hurt response, "You're so mean sometimes, you know?" highlights the deep wounds that exist between them. Their conversation reveals that Nicky has been to visit Ethan in detention and saw bruises on his face, information she chose not to share with Chloe to spare her worry. This mixture of protection and secrecy characterizes their dysfunctional dynamic, each sister believing she knows what's best while keeping vital information from the other. The episode introduces Ken, an author whose audiobook Nicky listens to for comfort. His book contains a metaphorical passage about oysters and how the ones that seemed closest to life were nearest to death. This poetic reflection parallels the episode's exploration of appearances versus reality. Later, when Nicky calls Ken after meeting him at what appears to be a recovery meeting, their connection serves as a rare moment of genuine support for Nicky, who asks him to pray with her, revealing a vulnerability we haven't seen from her character before. As the trial preparation intensifies, we get glimpses of witnesses who will testify against Ethan. Dorman Artie provides a character witness, describing Ethan as cool and different from other privileged kids, even mentioning that Ethan keeps a polished night costume under his bed, suggesting both innocence and perhaps an idealistic desire to be a protector. In contrast, Detective Gidry testifies about Ethan's unsurprised reaction when informed of his father's death, and the school headmistress reveals that Adam had planned to send Ethan to military school, a plan Ethan responded to by saying, "He can't do that to me. I'll find a way to stop him." These testimonies paint a complex picture of Ethan as both a thoughtful young man and potentially a calculating teenager with motive for murder. The episode reaches its dramatic climax during Ethan's cross-examination. In a shocking courtroom revelation, prosecutor Dom Willis presents evidence that the online threats against Chloe originated from a computer used by Ethan himself. Under the username Kurt Lomain, Ethan had written disturbing messages, including one exchange where he wrote about his father. "Off him? I'd do it. Look at that face. You know he deserves it." When asked directly if he made these comments, Ethan admits, "Yes. 'Cause it's how I felt. Like there were times I wanted him gone." This confession stuns everyone in the courtroom, including Chloe and Nicky, who appear devastated by this evidence of Ethan's previously hidden hostility toward his father. This courtroom bombshell fundamentally alters our perception of Ethan. Throughout previous episodes, the show has encouraged viewers to see Ethan as potentially innocent, a teenager wrongfully accused and caught in the crossfire of adult deception. Now, while his guilt isn't confirmed, his admission reveals a darker side that supports the prosecution's case. Willis skillfully connects Ethan's online threats to a pattern of double lives within the family, suggesting this secretive behavior is learned rather than anomalous. Throughout the episode, Nicky continues wrestling with what appears to be guilt over some past action, potentially related to Adam's death. In a brief but significant scene, we see her trying to remove what looks like bloodstains, asking her absent father, "I thought you'd have all kinds of tips and tricks for getting bloodstains out." This cryptic moment, combined with her earlier bar conversation about making peace with terrible things you've done, plants seeds of doubt about Nicky's potential involvement in Adam's murder. Could she be covering for Ethan? Or is she hiding her own actions from that night? An intriguing subplot involves Catherine, who appears to be a friend of Chloe's with media connections. After witnessing the tension between the sisters, Catherine offers to handle the optics of their situation. This leads to a news story being released that paints Nicky in a damaging light, suggesting she was dangerously neglectful to young Ethan, even causing a near-drowning incident. The story frames Chloe as having saved both Ethan and Adam from Nicky rather than stealing them. When reporters ambush the sisters with questions about this story, Nicky's shocked reaction suggests she had no knowledge of this PR move, while Chloe's silence implies potential complicity in the character assassination of her own sister. By the episode's conclusion, several crucial story threads have advanced. The FBI's interest in Adam's professional connections suggests a potential alternative suspect. Ethan's online activities reveal a disturbing hatred for his father that strengthens the case against him, and the sisters' relationship faces new fractures as secrets continue to emerge. The final shots of both women in the courtroom, devastated by Ethan's admission, capture their shared heartbreak despite their ongoing conflicts. Whether guilty or innocent of murder, Ethan clearly harbored violent thoughts toward Adam, forcing both women to confront the possibility that the young man they've been fighting to protect might not be as innocent as they believed. This pivotal episode leaves viewers with haunting questions. Did Ethan act on his online threats and kill his father? Is Nicky hiding crucial information about the night of Adam's death? Could the mysterious Gentry group be behind the murder? And perhaps most poignantly, can Chloe and Nicky ever rebuild trust after so many layers of deception? As The Better Sister moves toward its conclusion, these questions take on greater urgency, with each revelation adding complexity to the murder mystery at the heart of the series. The episode's final courtroom scene serves as a powerful reminder of the series' central theme, the destructive power of secrets, and the complicated ways families can fracture and realign around tragedy. As Ethan's shocking admission reverberates through the courtroom, both sisters must confront the possibility that they never truly knew the young man they've been fighting over, and that their own bitter rivalry might have blinded them to warning signs of his disturbing inner thoughts. With just a few episodes remaining, The Better Sister has masterfully set the stage for a conclusion that promises to be as emotionally devastating as it is surprising.